Welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. My name's Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And I've had way too many carbs today.
Carbs do that too?
It makes my blood sugar boil and rage and gets me all...
Don't get angry. We've got a Lab Rats to do here.
Okay, you got it. All right, today on the show, very exciting news for you out there in Lab Rats land. We've been talking about it, you've been asking, and now we're going to do it. We are going to cover how to create ringtones, custom ringtones for not only your iPhone, but also your Android phone. Both of the two leading smartphone platforms. And I think we did ringtones years ago, but I mean that was way before it was easy like this.
Yeah, if we've done it, I don't even remember it. It's been so long. So
yeah. Ancient history.
Yeah, and I think a few things have changed since way back then too, since we last thought about doing this. So
right,
yeah,
it already
used to be a really complicated process. Now it's not quite so complicated.
Little
Just
less
a few steps. Yeah,
yeah,
but not that bad.
Good. All right, so how exciting is this? Like bring grandma around because grandma's going to change her ringtone as well. You just know she is. Push pause and wait for her. Grandma, come downstairs. Lab Rats is doing ringtones. What kind of ringtone would you want?
For my grandma?
Yeah.
I don't know, something from The Lonely Island maybe. Okay, maybe not.
The Lonely Island?
Yeah. They'll know.
Oh, they'll know. Okay.
How about you? What's your grandma going to have?
Grandma, I love you. Grandma, I love you. Grandma, I love you. That's the ringtone I'd make for her. Except that she's dead. But if she wasn't, that's what I would make for her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a great start we're off to.
It's going to be an odd show. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, custom ringtones. Stay on
Lab Rats.
Welcome back to Fabulous Lab Rats. Before we get started, let's talk quickly about our sponsor, the trusted company, VeriSign. These guys, they're trusted to run and safeguard .coms and .net and all the domains out there in the world. They are the company responsible for all of the plumbing behind those two crucial top-level domains.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, we can do without them. So they are kind of they're supporting Lab Rats now and supporting Butterscotch. And we just really appreciate it. If you want to learn more about what they do and how they are sort of these guys that really bring trust to the internet, then you can go to VeriSignInc.com to check them out.
Guys and gals.
Guys and gals. VeriSignInc.com. There you go. All right, fantastic. So let's get on with ringtones. I mean, first thing I noticed about the last couple of phones that I had is the rings are not particularly inspiring.
No. No,
especially
generally.
On the Android, like the Nexus S, like ugh.
Yeah, generally the ringtones that come with phones are kind of poopy. They're kind of boring.
Would be good, yeah. So why wouldn't you want to create your own?
Yes.
And that's what we're going to show you how to do today.
Yeah, so we've been able to do custom ringtones for a while, or download ringtones. For the longest time, when you wanted to get a ringtone onto your phone, you would have to go to your local carrier, like Verizon. Or I had VeriSign.
Not VeriSign.
Not VeriSign.
The trust people.
They won't sell you this, but your carrier would sell you ringtones, or you could maybe get them from, say, iTunes if you're doing it on the iPhone, and then you pay some ridiculous amount for like a short snippet of music that you could have gotten cheaper just by buying the whole song. So those days are over. You can custom roll these. You always have been able to. It was a little bit hard in the past. You have to do a whole lot of manual work, and now it's a much more streamlined process.
So you're going to show us how to do it with the iPhone.
And to do it with the iPhone. So again, there's programs out there that can do this for you, but they'll cost you some money. You can do this for free though as well. So you've already got your iTunes program up and running. You've got a bunch of music inside. So you're going to look for some songs that you want to play. So, okay, not that one. You want something that stands out as a ringtone. So let's try this one right here. That's a good ringtone, don't you think? So I'll make that your ringtone. So you've got this already sitting here in your library. You highlight it like so. And if you're on Mac, you'll hit Command-I. If you're on Windows, you hit Control-I. And it'll actually bring up info on this particular song. So you'll see the summary of what the song is, info, video information, if any, sorting. But what you want to go down is to options. And you have something here called start time and stop time. And this is important because ringtones are 30 seconds long on the iPhone.
Or less.
Or less. Okay. So you want to create a start time and a stop time. So find this intro part of the song. Find the time code that matches to the part where you want to start. It isn't necessarily going to be at 0 because you don't necessarily always want to go from the beginning. In this case, we do. And then the stop time, we want to do 30 seconds or less. So we're going to go 0.30. And hit OK. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the song again, right-click on it, go to Create AAC version. Now, this is important. You want to create another version of it. It'll duplicate that is a ringtone compatible version. So if you had an MP3 in there to begin with, this will create one that will actually play. Then you'll see underneath, we've got it again here. We've got a 30-second version of it. And again, you play it, and there it is. So now what we can do is just drag it off onto the desktop and put it in a different location. Or we can actually find it in the Finder, or we can actually just do that. Just right-click on it and say Show in Finder, and then find the location of it. Right. So there it is, actually in the original location with the rest of the tracks. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this. It says OK. That's the name of the file. .m4a. That's an MPEG-4 audio, and we're going to change that to M4R. So we're just going to rename the file to M4R. That's for ringtone. Ask if we want to change it. We're going to say yes, use M4R. And then we'll go back, delete it from our listing here inside iTunes, because we don't want a 30-second track just sitting around. Hit remove. Keep the file, because we want to keep that file. Go back to our Finder. Double-click on the M4R track. And that'll add it to our ringtones. So I'm going to go over to ringtones. It's right there. So now, when we take our phone out, plug it in, and then sync it, and we'll show you it actually in action later on, it'll actually be on there. So we have a few things here that we can transfer over to our phone as ringtones.
You can see I've just going to push sync now, are you?
Yeah, I'm just going to sync it. So there's a few ways you can do it. So actually, let's do this now. So go to Sean's iPhone, which I've plugged in, and we've got ringtones, and we can actually choose to sync ringtones. I've actually got, you see on the summary page, manually manage music and videos. You can click that if you just want to drag things over. And oh, it's loading up my iPhoto too, because I plugged that in. Let's get rid of that. But you can go to ringtones, click sync ringtones, like so. Are you sure you want to sync ringtones? All existing songs will be removed. And then you can sync them, and then they'll go over automatically to your iPhone. So they'll appear in the iPhone ringtones folder later on under Sounds. So
that easy.
Again, we'll show you it in action later on.
Okay, good.
But I understand you can do this for Android as well.
You can. I have a slightly different approach here for the Android phone. But so first of all, let's just fire this baby up here. So what I'm going to do is I have it connected, as you may see here, on my Mac. I'm going to see. I'm going to pop that in. And what you're going to see here on the phone is that it's going to ask me if I'd like to turn on USB connectivity. So let's do that for a second. As you can see there, it says USB connected. So I want to turn on USB storage. And I want to go OK.
This is basically treating your phone like it's like a USB key or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to put this down for a second. And what you'll see is that on my Mac over here, there is a folder called No Name. And that has all the folders for that exist on that, almost like it's a flash drive.
Right.
And I've created a folder here called Ringtones.
It's a very expensive flash drive adapter, by the way.
It is indeed. But it's actually a great way to carry around content, content as well, if you wanted to. So you can see there's a file here called blacksheet.mp3. So you can actually drag things you find on the internet, for example, into that folder, and then you just use that to access it later. That's not the primary thing, but I just wanted to show you how to do that, just so people know. I'll turn this off now. I'm going to go straight to a little app that I found. Let me just eject this so that I don't kill my flash drive. Of course, if you're ever going to unmount something, you have to go Command-E or eject.
Yes. Very important on the Macintosh. Not so important on Windows, which tends to manage external drives a little bit differently, but on the Mac, if you do that with the drive that's formatted for Windows or general use, you can actually erase the whole thing.
You can, exactly. So I found a free app here called Ringdroid. That's right here, which is really kind of handy. So this program, or this app, is designed to allow you to actually grab music that you've put into your ringtone folder there, or create your own. So in this particular case, you can see there's a file there called Black Sheep.
Is that by the band Metric?
Is it?
Are you actually listening to something that's newer than
No.
1983?
Paul put it on there. So what you do is you want to go, so I'm going to go here, I'm going to choose the part of the song that I want. Right, so I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to preview it. First, I need to turn the volume on.
Yeah, that sounds like something you should use as a ringtone for Paul.
Could be my ringtone, yeah, exactly. So that's one way to do it, is just to take it out of a pre-existing file, or you can record your own. Now, I like to do that. So remember I said that I would make one for my grandma?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me just go back here, and I'm going to, not going to save that. I'm going to.
So if you saved it, that would basically become your ringtone on
That's correct,
one of your ringtones. Okay.
Yeah, I could do this. I could go like this. All right, now you go save. Now I can name it. I should probably show you the last piece of that. Save. Right, and then I can assign to a context specifically. We can make it the default. Blah blah blah.
Well, you can also make it your default right now. So
Okay.
that's great.
I'm not going to do that though.
It's not
I'm just going to say close.
Okay.
Okay.
So now it's in there for later use in case you want to ever use it.
That's right.
Okay.
So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say.
Annoying ringtone. Was that one of yours?
Yes, it is. In fact, you want me to play it? Because I'll play it afterwards. So I'm going to go here, right? I'm going to record. My grandmother's called Nana, okay?
Right.
So I'm going to say record. Nana, I love you. Nana, I love you. Nana, I love you.
Oh, that is a bit annoying, yeah.
All right?
All right.
So I recorded that, and I recorded off the speaker, the microphone there, and I'm going to say use this recording.
Poor Nana.
And then I'm going to crop it. Right, so I said that 3 times.
Yeah, so you can pull it in so
There.
you don't have a end spot at the end with me disparaging you.
That's right. And then what I do there is then I'm going to go play.
Nana, I love you. Nana, I love you. Nana, I love you.
Isn't that a great ringtone?
Fantastic.
It's perfect, right?
It's super.
And then I'm going to push the save button here, right? And I'm going to name it instead of naming it, you know, but with the date. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call it Nana.
Yeah, that ringtone name is pretty tragic.
It doesn't really work, does it? Right?
It works if you remember exactly what day you recorded them, I guess.
It would. Ooh, I can't spell. N-A-N-N-A. Save.
Okay.
And make it my default ringtone now.
So now if I called you,
So call me now.
oops, my sync is in progress. Let's see if I can call you.
And then
Nana, I love you.
Yep.
Nana, I love you. Nana, I love
That's
you.
disgusting.
Nana, I love you. Nana, I love you. Nana, I love you.
didn't you like that? That's great.
Nana, I love you.
I love it. That's fantastic. Really, really clever. See how easy is that, right? So you could actually, if you have your ability to create music, if you just want to sing, if you want to have your dog bark, whatever it is, you can actually make your own ringtones, and that's super fun. Now, if all this is way too hard for you, and you just can't be bothered, then I'll give you one more resource that will be useful, and that's called Zedge. I think we mentioned this on a recent episode. So it's here, Zedge. And Zedge just basically gives you like a zillion different crazy ringtones. Like there's 492,000 ringtones, and basically you go on.
What the? 400, that's 500,000 ringtones.
Correct.
Why does anybody need that many ringtones?
Lots of choice. So what happens is you go and you just basically browse the ringtone that you want, and you download it directly onto the phone. I like Mental Hospital. I think that's quite clever. Angry Taliban. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Lots of choices there. So that's
yeah,
free.
lots of disgusting choices from the looks of it, sir.
It's naughty. Anyway, that's Zedge, and it's free. How exciting is that, right? All right.
Paul is trying really hard not to laugh at your choices of ringtones there, sir.
Well, those are just things that you can download.
It's fantastic.
What were we laughing at, Paul?
I think we just changed the rating on
I
our.
don't think I can say it.
I think we just changed the rating on our podcast.
Uh-oh. Just notice what we just showed there. Okay.
Okay.
Show me something that's a little more PG-centric, maybe?
Yeah. Maybe.
There you go.
Yeah, that didn't
Hockey
change.
Canada theme. Perfect ring. Mum calling. Redneck ringtone.
Yeah, that's not helping. All right, so before you download this and run it, make sure that you're proper age to see such things.
That's right. Some let's say non-PG rated things.
Yeah, people won't know what we're talking about because we're going to have to put a black bar across the entire screen there.
That's
oh
right.
well.
Oh well, that's the way it goes. So there you go. That's how to customize your ringtone here on Lab Rats. So let's take a break. When we come back, we've got Clip of the Week as well as your pictures. That's after this. Well, welcome back. You know, in the break, we had a good laugh there. So I will mention that in the Zedge application, it's not exactly, shall we say, PG rated. There is some stuff in there that's a bit off color.
Really off color.
You're not a bit really off color, so.
Yeah, so be careful.
Be aware.
Yeah,
be cautious.
And all of our fans out there who are 12, don't go parading this as your ringtone in front of your parents.
No.
If you're taking his advice and loading this,
no,
don't let them know.
Don't do it. That's bad. Yeah. Okay. All right. Especially you, Quinn.
Yeah, especially Quinn.
All right. So now, do you want to demonstrate what you've done?
Yeah. So I took a few moments to sync, and this is one of the downsides. On here, you can do it automatically right on there. You've got to sync your ringtones over, and I had to back mine up first, so it took a bit of time. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to Settings on here. You're going to go down till you get to Sounds. You click on that, and you're going to have your ringtones down below. Click on that. And then you'll have some options down below. These are all your regular ringtones, but any ringtones that you've added to it will show up at the top under Custom. So I've got a couple. So I've got the cult here. Yeah, I've got something called Hippo, which we did earlier. My Penguin Cafe, which is a long-term favorite. And then the one we just added right now. There we go. So I'm going to assign that to you now.
Very good.
So once we're done, we're just going to hit back, and now that's my ringtone.
Very cool.
Every time someone calls me, I'll hear that.
Very excellent. Okay, good. All right, well, there you go. How much fun is that?
That's a lot
That's
of fun.
probably the most useful Lab Rats episode we've done since for 100 episodes.
And the dirtiest, too. Holy moly.
The dirtiest version of Sean. I'm nice. No, I am. I'm very PG rated these days.
I heard what you were playing on the break.
Sorry. All right, so let's have a look at the clip of the week. We actually have a really great clip of the week this week that you'll absolutely love. Sean did a How Do I series on iPad and GarageBand on the iPad, which I guess you can make your own ringtones with that.
Probably, yeah. You can create your own songs on that anyways and then turn those songs into ringtones. But yeah, it gives you everything you need in your iPad to create music with a whole pile of different instruments. So really
Very
powerful.
good. Very handy. So you'll love this if you're into that. So here you go.
Welcome on deck. I'm Matt Harris.
Hi, I'm Jay Goldman.
Welcome to the A-List.
Hi, welcome to Miss Download.
Swipe on over on the instrument screen until you get to the guitar strings inside a gear. Tap on that to open it up. Once you tap on that to open it up, it'll open up a screen similar to the smart keyboards with all of these chords listed in towers. Now, instead of keyboard keys, what this correlates to here is strings on the guitar. You can swipe your fingers through the tower to play the strings listed in the chord at the top of the tower. You can also tap to hit one string inside or hit more than one string at the same time. And if you prefer, you can actually tap the name of the chord right at the top of the tower and it'll play all strings simultaneously, which actually sounds a little bit unnatural, so you may want to avoid doing that if you can.
Well, how about that? That was a pretty fabulous series that you've done. Did you enjoy doing that?
I did.
Yeah.
It was a lot of stuff to dig into, and I really enjoyed rolling up my sleeves. And well, you know, I always like making music, so
That's true.
So there we go.
Good. All right, so if you want to see the entire series, you can visit the URL here on the screen and check that out on butterscotch.com. I think it's, what, 5 parts to it?
That one was 10.
10 parts.
That's a lot of
Pretty in-depth, so enjoy that. Okay, so now is the part of Lab Rats where we watch or look at photos.
Yes.
Picture time.
That was
Picture
the time we dance.
Time we dance.
All right, so we got 2 for you today, sir.
Okay, good.
So first up, remember we had something from Matt in the UK. He sent us a picture. They use Lab Rats in their class, and he showed us a few people in the class. And this is actually the school where they're doing that at QAC.
Good.
And he wants us to come to the UK and do an international version of Lab Rats from the UK.
I would love to.
I would love to as well.
Well, let's make a plan so we can get the budget for that.
Yeah, the budget is the important part, just
Yes.
making sure that
That's the
we do
challenge,
that.
the budget.
Yes. So keep an eye out for us, Matt, in the year 2014 when we get the budget for that.
Episode 1000.
So 1,000. Now, we'll always looking for opportunities, and I know our friend and other producer Matt always likes opportunities to go to the UK. So maybe
Never know.
stay at his girlfriend's house.
One day.
So there you go.
Okay, good.
Thanks for that, Matt. And also, we have something a repeat customer here. This is Zach from Fort Francis in Ontario, and he showed us a photograph earlier of his dog Chloe.
Yeah.
This is Chloe again, sleeping.
With his tongue out. With her tongue out.
With the tongue out. And he made the point that Chloe was not watching Lab Rats when she fell asleep.
Good. No, that would keep Chloe awake.
My cat does this too, every so often. But usually when she's actually awake, just sitting there.
Your cat's dumb, though.
Not that dumb. She's just weird.
Yay! Well, if you would like to send your pictures in to Lab Rats, you can email us at
labrats.tv. I don't even know how you spell that. I really have no clue.
or if you don't know how to spell that, you can more simply send it to
feedback@labrats.tv.
Would you like to do that again, the first one?
I don't know how. @labrats.tv.
There you go. There we go. More simply, feedback@labrats.tv. All right, so send your pictures in, send your movies, your cats, your rats, your elephants, people like that, your hacks, whatever you want. Send it in. We'd like to show it here on the big screen for you. Wow. All right, well, that's it for Lab Rats this week. Thanks for tuning on. It would be foolish for us to show you how to make ringtones if you weren't out there going, I hate the default ding-dong thing that's sitting on my phone right now. My name's Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
We'll see you next time.
Are you ready? Try this at home.